don't even know where to start. My brain's been running in circles since 3 a.m., replaying the moment over and over like a car crash I can't look away from. I'm tired. I'm angry. And part of me wants to just disappear for a while so I don't have to keep feeling like I'm losing my grip on what's real. My name's Gemma. I've been married to Randall for 3 years. We met in the weirdest way, you know those "this would be a dumb rom-com" kind of stories? Ours is that we got stuck in an elevator at an escape room. I had to pee. He told bad jokes. We were trapped for 40 awkward minutes, and somehow that spiraled into dating, then marriage. But it set the tone. Awkward, weird, too much time in close quarters, and not much actual romance. I don't have a ton of close friends. I keep my circle small. My family is around, but not tight-knit. We text, we do holidays. Randall's family, though? Massive, loud, always around. Half the time, I can't even remember who's who. And every time there's a family event, there's this running bit in quotes about me being the outsider, the serious one, or my personal favorite, the one with opinions. It used to feel like teasing. Now it feels like bullying with a laugh track. The tipping point came at his cousin Ariana's baby shower, held at his mom's house. Now, don't picture cute games and pastel cupcakes. Picture 40 people standing around a too-hot kitchen, eating too much cheese, and making forced small talk about diaper brands. I went with Randall, and from the second I stepped inside, I felt that pressure, like everyone was waiting for me to do something wrong so they could jump. I tried to keep it chill, found Ariana, who's actually sweet and not part of the problem, and made small talk. Then here comes Reagan, Randall's sister, already seltzer in hand, already smirking. "Did you finally learn to make grandma's pasta salad?" she asked. Then, about my shoes, Doc Martens bold choice, she said, like I was wearing clown shoes. I fake laughed, retreated to a corner, and started scrolling TikTok, just trying to survive. Then came the moment, the question. One of Randall's aunts, don't ask me which, they all blurred together, called across the room, "So, when are you two having a baby?" And I swear the room went still. Randall knows I hate that question. He knows it's a sore spot. He knows we've talked about maybe someday, but not now. Not like this. Not with our relationship wobbling already. But instead of shutting it down, instead of protecting me, he laughed. And not a chuckle, aloud, barking, "Look at me laugh with her." He said, "I'd rather stay childless than raise kids with that kind of negativity." People laughed, like real laughter, belly laugh. Reagan, of course, had to jump in. She'd probably give birth to complaints and breastfeed them drama. More laughter. I just stood there, stunned. I looked at Randall. He was grinning, not at me, but at the room, soaking up the attention like some sitcom star. "You're not funny," I said. "Just flat. No yelling, no drama." He gave me the smirk. "Relax. You're always so sensitive. No wonder I don't want kids with you." And for a second, I seriously thought about slapping him. I didn't. I clenched my fist and stared him down while Reagan kept laughing and someone behind me muttered something about women these days. I turned to leave. Just needed air. Needed to call someone, anyone. Randall grabbed my arm, not violently, but firm, controlling. "Where are you going? Don't ruin this for everyone." I yanked my arm back. "Touch me again, and I will." He let go, but not right away. Like he wanted me to know he was letting go, not me escaping. As I walked past Reagan, she tried to block me. "Come on, Gemma. It was just a joke." I shoved past her, knocking over a tray of party favors. She gasped like I'd pulled a knife. I didn't care. One of the aunts tried to grab my arm near the door. I said, "Don't. Just don't." Slammed the door behind me. Sat in Randall's car, shaking. Texted my friend Mullen. Not my sister. Just confusing name overlap. "Can I come over?" She said yes. I spent 2 hours at her place, eating leftover pizza and avoiding my phone. It wouldn't stop buzzing group chats. Randall, Reagan, his mom. I shoved it in my bag. Didn't go home that night. My mom wasn't even surprised when I texted her. She just said, "Call me in the morning." That should have told me everything. I don't know what the hell I just witnessed. I know Randall can be a jerk, but this was beyond. This was him using me as a punchline and his whole family laughing along. I keep replaying how he grabbed me, how his mom told him to control your wife, how Reagan physically tried to keep me from leaving like I was a child on a leash. It wasn't just a joke. It was targeted, deliberate, cruel. And I think Randall does it because he's embarrassed that I don't idolize his family the way he does. He gets defensive when I point out how mean they are. He's told me I make things awkward by not laughing along. He likes being the golden child. Reagan hates that I don't bow to her queen bee act. I'm not trying to psychoanalyze them, but what other reason is there for treating someone like that unless you think you can get away with it? I'm still at Mullen's. My phone's full of messages. Randall called. His mom texted my mom. Apparently, I caused a scene. Not one of them cared that I was humiliated. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I know one thing. I'm done pretending this is normal. After I left that horror show of a baby shower, I crashed at Mullen's. She didn't ask a ton of questions, just handed me sweats, gave me a freezer burrito, and let me sit in her kitchen like a stray cat. It was exactly what I needed. I didn't check my phone much, just texted my mom so she wouldn't worry. I expected maybe a couple missed calls, a guilty text from Randall, maybe a sorry if that went too far. What I didn't expect was to wake up to a full-blown group chat explosion. The fam jam, as Randall's family calls it, which makes me cringe every time, was going off. First, Randall asking if anyone's heard from me. Then his mom chiming in, passive-aggressively asking if I'm feeling better, because we're all very concerned. Sure, January. Then Reagan drops a meme, a cat with drama queen in bold Comic Sans, comedy gold. It spiraled into a group debate. Did she overreact? It was just a joke. Why storm out? Ariana, bless her, tried to calm things down, but you might as well reason with a hurricane. Then Randall's gluten-free aunt, whose allergy is also her personality, said something like, "Some people just can't handle our family traditions." Excuse me? Publicly humiliating your daughter-in-law is a tradition now? That's when my stomach turned. This wasn't just about me being upset. They saw my humiliation as part of their routine, something I was supposed to accept with a smile and a potato salad. My mom forwarded me a text from Randall's mom. "Maybe you can talk some sense into Gemma. She's upsetting everyone, and it's not good for the family." My mom's reply, I'll check in with her, which is code for I don't want to get involved. But okay, fine. My mom has always been conflict avoidant. Avoid waves. Keep the peace. But my sister? Whole other story. Mullen, the sister, not the friend, went rogue in our family group chat and sent me a bunch of TikToks about toxic in-laws, then just texted, go full scorched earth. I almost laughed. Closest I'd come to smiling since the shower. I told my mom I wasn't ready to talk to Randall. She said she understood, but I could hear that silent internal nudge of maybe you should smooth this over. Meanwhile, my sister was just like, do not cave. Not this time. Then Randall tried calling. I let it go to voicemail. He texted, you're making this worse. Just apologize so we can move on. I actually laughed. Me making it worse? The guy who joked about regretting ever having children with me in front of his entire family? I typed out a dozen different responses, deleted them all. I couldn't figure out how to say what I wanted without sounding like I was stooping to their level. I didn't want to be petty. I just wanted to be heard. Then Reagan doubled down. Another meme. Woman rolling her eyes. Caption. Here comes the drama. I muted the group chat and went for a walk. Mullen's neighborhood was freezing, but at least I could think. I called my friend, still Mullen, the friend, not the sister, ranted for 10 straight minutes. She asked if I wanted to stay another night. I said yes. By the time I got back, I had more messages. Randall again, this time in my DMs. I didn't mean it. You know how my family is. You're too sensitive. If you just come home, we can talk. I replied, you embarrass me on purpose. He left me on read. Then the kicker. Reagan screenshot our DM and posted it in the fam jam with the caption, wow, someone's off their meds. I'm not even on meds. But even if I were, what the actual hell? Ariana texted me the screenshot right away. This is so out of line. I'm sorry. That was the first apology I'd receive. I saw red. I texted Reagan, delete that now, or I'll make sure everyone hears what you said about your mom at Christmas. She deleted it. I said nothing else. She needed to know I wasn't playing anymore. Then Randall's mom called, left a voicemail saying, Gemma, you need to stop causing drama. This isn't how we handle things in this family. I didn't finish listening. I was done. So I posted in the fam jam, I'm not your clown. I'm not here for your entertainment, and I'm not putting up with these jokes anymore. If you want to talk like adults, I'm here. If not, leave me alone. Hit send. Let it hang. 5 minutes of silence. Then Randall's aunt chimed in, see, this is what I mean about outsiders not understanding. I left it. You can't argue with someone who thinks cruelty is just tradition. That night, Randall showed up at Mullen's apartment. I don't even know how he got the address. Probably used Find My iPhone. My fault for leaving it on. Mullen opened the door, arms crossed. Randall tried the whole, can we please just talk? Wounded puppy routine. Not here, I said. You can't keep avoiding me forever. Watch me. He tried stepping inside. Mullen blocked him. You're making this worse, Gemma. You already did that. You're my wife. You have to talk to me. Not tonight. He started raising his voice, and Mullen said if he didn't leave, she was calling the building manager. He left, slammed the door behind him. I thanked her. She said, you're not staying married to that guy, right? I don't know. My mom called later, said I should come home, get some space. My dad got on the phone for all of 2 seconds and said, if he shows up here, I'll handle it. That weirdly comforted me. The next day, Randall's mom tried to pull my mom into it again, like I was a teenager who needed parenting. This time, my mom said, Gem's an adult. She'll decide what she wants. Shockingly proud of her for that. Still no apologies from anyone, just more pressure to stop making a scene. I called my sister that night and just vented. She said, you know they're never going to change, right? You have to decide if you want to live with this forever. I don't. Then don't. She's right. It's not that easy, but she's right. I packed a bag, moved into my parents' place. Randall kept texting, I miss you. You owe my family an apology. I ignored it. I keep wondering if he acts this way because he's scared of not fitting in. His mom rides him hard. He once said he gets points for handling me like I'm a situation to be managed. I started seeing it all differently. The way his family closes ranks. The way Randall needs to be funny, even if I'm the joke. I hoped he'd grow out of it. Now I'm not so sure. I'm not sure what comes next, but I am sure I'm not going back to being the family punching bag. A few days after I moved back in with my parents, I started getting apartment listings for my sister. Most were awful. Too small, too pricey, too sticky looking. But the point was clear. She was helping me plan for after. Like, really after. Meanwhile, Randall's family still stuck in denial. Like clockwork, his mom texted me and invited me to dinner. A family dinner at their favorite restaurant. The one with the wobbly chairs and 2 salty breadsticks. To clear the air, she wrote, and move past this unfortunate drama. Classic manipulation. Public setting. Pressure to behave. Surrounded by their allies. I showed my mom. She said, maybe it's a chance to get closure. My dad just muttered, do what you want, but don't let them talk you into anything. I debated it for hours. Part of me wanted to never see them again. But the other part, the angry, still burning part, wanted to finish this on my terms. I texted my sister, want to come to a weird family dinner as my emotional support human? She sent back a skull emoji and hell yes. We drove over, music blasting, me scrolling through my notes app rereading all the crap I'd documented. I almost deleted it. I almost chickened out. But Mullen grabbed my phone and said, don't let them gaslight you into thinking you're the problem. We got to the restaurant. The hostess gave us that, oh, you're with that table look. Everyone was already there. Randall, his parents, Reagan, wearing sunglasses indoors because of course. 2 aunts, an uncle, even Ariana, who just looked exhausted. Randall stood like he was going to hug me. I just nodded and sat at the end of the table. Mullen sat beside me, arms crossed, radiating mess with her and die energy. The energy at the table was wrong. Like everyone was pretending it was a normal family meal, but they were all just waiting for me to apologize. Small talk about the weather, someone's car, a new phone plan. No one mentioned the baby shower, but it hovered thick in the air. air. Finally, Randall's mom cleared her throat. So, I think we all know why we're here, she said. I'd like to move forward, but we can't do that if people keep holding grudges. She looked from me to Randall and back. It would be helpful if everyone could apologize for their part in this, so we can all put it behind us. I almost choked on my water. Randall jumped in, all wide-eyed innocent. We all said some things, but I think you overreacted, Gemma. I just want things to go back to normal. Reagan muttered. Some people don't even know what normal is. Mullen looked at me, one eyebrow raised. She was waiting. So was I. For a second, I almost let it go. Almost stayed quiet. Almost did what I'd always done. Then I pulled out my phone. I have a list, I said. Confused stares. Reagan rolled her eyes. Starting from the first time I met you all, I said, here are a few things that have been said to me. Just so we're clear on what counts as a joke around here. I read from the list. Reagan's pasta salad comment. Randall's mom telling me I'd never fit in unless I started dressing like a proper wife. The group chat memes. Randall's negativity comment. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just read. Silence. Randall tried to cut in. Okay, but you know we're just joking, right? We don't mean it. You laughed at me. Not with me, I said. You made me the punchline. You didn't care if it hurt me. Reagan said, oh my god, are we really doing this? Yeah, I said. We are. Then I turned to Randall. You want to talk about normal? Let's talk about how last month you told me you didn't want kids because you were scared I'd turn them against you. How you said you're not ready to be tied down, but you're happy to use me as a prop in front of your family. He went pale. I'm done being your shield, I said. You want to keep playing golden child? You can do it without me. Randall stood up. Why are you saying this here? Because every time I try to talk to you in private, you brush it off. So now you get to deal with it here, just like I had to deal with your jokes in front of a crowd. Reagan stood up too. You don't get to act like you're the victim, Gemma. Then stop acting like I'm the villain just because I don't laugh at your crappy joke. She started moving toward me. Mullen stood up, blocking her path. Sit down, Mullen said. Randall's mom snapped enough. You're tearing this family apart. No, I said. Asterisk you asterisk are. By refusing to see what's right in front of you. You want respect, but you give none. If you expect an apology for me walking out after being humiliated, you're not getting one. I reached into my bag, pulled out an envelope, slid it across the table to Randall. Those are divorce papers, I said. I just need your signature. Silence. Reagan gasped like it was a soap opera. Randall's mom sputtered. You can't be serious. I'm done, I said. And I'm not changing my mind. Randall stood up, tried to grab my arm. I shook him off. Don't touch me. You're throwing everything away over some jokes? No. I'm walking away because you don't respect me, and neither does your family. Reagan slammed her hand on the table. You're just jealous because you're not one of us. Thank God for that, I said. Mullen placed a hand on my shoulder. We turned to leave. Randall followed us into the lobby. Let's just talk. We can fix this. You don't have to do this. I turned around. You had every chance to fix it. You chose to humiliate me. Now it's your turn. And I walked out. I thought the dinner would be it. Final nail. Goodbye. Good riddance. But nothing in Randall's family ever ends quietly. It's been a few days, and every time I think the dust has finally settled, someone finds a new way to stir up drama like it's a family hobby. The next morning, I woke up to a dozen missed calls. Randall, his mom, Reagan, of course, and 3 random numbers I didn't recognize. My dad was already up, making coffee in that menace to kitchen counters way he does. I sat down, scrolled through the messages, same old script. Please talk to me. You didn't have to do that. Let's be reasonable. I muted my phone. My mom asked if I was okay. I just said tired. She made waffles. I was planning to do absolutely nothing that day, but Randall's mom texted my mom again. Basically said I was destroying the family, her words, and that Randall was so lost without me. She asked if my mom could talk some sense into me. My mom, who has finally had it with the soap opera, just told her, Jem's an adult. She'll figure it out. The next day, I texted Randall to let him know I was coming by with my dad to get my stuff. He said, I'll be out. I said, good. When we got there, nothing was packed. My plants were half dead. Mail stacked on the counter. A cold, half-eaten pizza on the coffee table. Perfect metaphor. I packed fast. My dad carried the boxes. We didn't talk much, just work. When we were done, I left the spare key on the counter, slammed the door behind me. Later that night, Randall texted, you could have at least said goodbye. I didn't reply. For a few days, he went quiet. I thought maybe it had finally clicked, but nope. Then came the essay-length text from his mom. 3 pages of her explaining that I never understood family, that marriage is about forgiveness, and that I'm tearing Randall apart. I screenshotted it, sent it to my sister. She wrote back, frame it. Warning label for future relationships. My own family was over it. My dad said I could stay as long as I wanted. My mom just kept feeding me. My sister kept sending me apartment listings and revenge memes. A few mutual friends reached out. One of Randall's buddies texted, are you serious about this? I said, yeah. He replied, wow, didn't think you'd actually go through with it. I didn't respond. What do you even say to that? Another friend said they were there if I wanted to talk. I said, thanks, but I'm good. People want the tea, but not the truth. They just want to know which side to pick. The apartment hunt sucked, to be honest. Everything was either a shoebox with a broken radiator or a bougie loft that cost more than my soul. I found one I liked, but there was a 2-week wait, so I stayed at my parents' a little longer. My mom kept trying to have family dinners. My dad fixed a leak and said, at least you're not married to the plumbing. 4 days after the dinner, Ariana texted me. Reagan is telling people you attacked her at the restaurant. I laughed, texted back, she wishes. Ariana, I told her to grow up. Thanks, I replied. You're the only normal one. Then, exactly a week after the baby shower, I was grabbing groceries with my mom, scrolling my phone in the parking lot. New number text from Randall. Please talk to me. I was just joking. I didn't even get mad. I just took a screenshot, sent it to my sister and to Mullen. Mullen replied, he's really still on that. My sister sent him a clown emoji. I didn't, but I did reply, so was I. I was just pretending to be your wife. No response. Blocked the number. Randall never showed up at my parents' house. Thank God. A mutual friend said he was crashing at his mom's and that she wasn't exactly thrilled about it. Apparently, even the golden child treatment has limits. I stopped caring what happened to him. I just wanted my own space, my own peace, my own boring little apartment with too many houseplants and not enough spoons. I filed the divorce papers myself, paid the stupid fee, got the confirmation email, told my mom. She hugged me longer than usual. My sister made a cake, pink icing, congrats on the divorce, written in big swirly letters. I laughed so hard I almost dropped it. Randall will probably always think he's the victim. His mom will keep telling people I was difficult. Reagan will keep posting memes like she's running a page for emotionally stunted sibling. I don't care. I got out. I stood up for myself. I'm not a clown. I'm not a punchline. I'm not a wife-shaped accessory for someone else's reputation. I'm just Gemma. And I'm finally free.